Hey, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, depending on where you're watching this from. I am fired up, man. I just got done watching the final 9 minutes of the Rocky 2 fight between Apollo Creed and Rocky, man, and it reminded me so much of what this crypto market is trying to do to us. So, folks, man, we got Apollo Creed. He's in there, he's coming at us. And, folks, man, we are the Rockies of the crypto world. I am excited to share with you this evening how to thrive in this bear market or this dip, this pullback that we've had, and not only, survive it, but thrive through it and then come out the other side of it with a amazing portfolio that is ready to take you to financial freedom when the bulls take over. My name is Brad Varnell. This is the Infinite Crypto YouTube channel, and I appreciate you tuning in to me and spending a little bit of time with me tonight. So, folks, let's get right into it. In order to thrive in a down market like this, there's a few key things that you want to do. And folks, I highly recommend, if you're not in a car, if you're someplace sitting down where you can grab a pen and a paper, I recommend that you grab it. One of my business mentors one day told me, Brad, a short pencil and a piece of paper is way better than a long memory. So I definitely recommend, if you can, take some notes and be able to go back over them and learn some of these strategies that are key. So number one point that I want to go to is don't sell the bottom. So folks, there's probably a handful of you, maybe a lot of you that are watching this that bought, in January, February, March, April, and right now are wondering what the heck happened to all your money. Especially the way that these cycles work a lot of times is January, it started heating up. February, it got better and better. March and April were incredible, and that's probably when you really started to hear about it. So if you were new to crypto, it wouldn't surprise me if you didn't do some buy-in in March and April, and now here you are with probably, a 40, 50, 60% downturn in your portfolio. And if you haven't sold, you're probably wondering why you didn't and what to do. So, this might be a little late for some people, but do not sell your crypto at the bottom like this. Do not sell during these dips. This is exactly what the big money wants you to do. The big money shakes things up, puts out some negativity, knocks the prices down, and then as the newer people to crypto flee and get scared and start selling their stuff, they gobble it up. And so, folks, yeah, if we had a crystal ball, there's some times where I wish I would have sold a little bit of crypto and had it sitting on the sidelines during these dips. But the fact of the matter is we don't know what is going to happen. And if any of you come from a traditional stock type investing plan, you know that one of the most tried and true investment strategies there is called dollar cost averaging, which is where you take a set amount of money and you invest it on a set schedule. Doesn't matter what the price of the asset is. So, for instance, you saw on Coinbase, you can set up a automatic buy where you say you want to do $100 a week, or $100 every 2 weeks, or $500 a month, or whatever the case might be. Had you just done that over the last couple of years, if you'd have just bought once a week or once every 2 weeks or even once a month, on right on schedule, just without even thinking about it, kind of like the way that the money goes into your 401k, just kind of comes out of your paycheck and goes into your 401k, you would be in a very great place right now. And I'm here to tell you that is one of the ways to get wealthy in this crypto market, is just do some dollar cost averaging. That's not exactly the way that I go about it. It's not my favorite strategy, but I'm here to tell you, folks, if you just set it and forget it, you set up a dollar cost average setup where on Coinbase or whatever platform you use, you're going to put in a certain amount of money on a certain day of the month or every week or every 2 weeks, and you just forget about it. You don't care whether Bitcoin is 50,000 or 5,000. You buy $100 worth of it on that day. In a few years, you're going to be wealthy. You're going to be free. Now, I do believe that there's some faster tracks to doing that, but folks, the important part is you can't get scared every time crypto has one of these downturns. During the last bull market in 16 and 17 is when we had a really big bull market the last time. And Bitcoin went all the way up to as high as $20,000 from a low, I believe, of around 400 or 500. Don't quote me on that. It could be a little bit higher than that when it started, but somewhere in that ballpark. Maybe it was 1,000 or 2,000. But anyways, Bitcoin went up on a massive run. But during that year, as it was on this run, there was several time periods where Bitcoin had 25 to 40% dips. And when Bitcoin dips 25 to 40%, so does the rest of the market. But had you just kept accumulating, especially during those dips, come the end of 2017, beginning of 2018, it went absolutely parabolic. And people made millions, including one of my good friends and business partners and a mentor to me. The reason that I'm here doing these videos is because I had a good friend named Jonathan Kelly that turned $9,500 into $2.2 million in 2017 going into 2018, and he never sold anything as it went up. Once again, was that smart? Maybe it makes some sense to take some profits. But folks, if you have time, if you're in this for the long term and you know that you're going to hold your crypto for the next 2, 3, 5, 10 years, you really don't have to worry about trying to time it. You don't have to go try to time these, you don't have to try to sell everything at the top and then buy it back again at the bottom. Yeah, it would be fantastic if we could do that. But once again, none of us have a crystal ball. We don't know what the top is, and we don't know what the bottom is necessarily either. So what I would do and what I recommend doing, buy when it's low, and when it goes up significantly, it doesn't hurt to take out a little bit of profit. But for the most part, just buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold. And then the second part of that strategy that makes it much easier to get through these tough times and to actually listen to this advice, the second thing is to buy quality projects during these tougher times. So for those of you that are new to crypto, we have three different subsets of crypto in the crypto market. We have we call them the large cap, or the top 25 or 50 projects that are worth several hundred million to several billion. We have the medium caps, which everybody kind of has their own little philosophy on how big those are, but let's call a medium cap, say from 100 million to 300 or 400 million. Now let's say that anything under 100 million is called a micro cap or a little bit riskier. So what I recommend doing in times like this, where things are a little bit iffy, things are up in the air, I recommend, especially if you can't handle losing 60, 70, 80, 90% of your money, that's gonna stress you out too much, then I recommend you stay in the top 25 to 50 projects on the coin market cap. So what that basically means is your big players like Bitcoin, Ethereum, I believe like Polkadot. You also have Cardano right now is a super, super safe bet. And some of these cryptocurrencies won't necessarily give you 1,000x gains. You're not going to turn $1,000 into $1 million with some of these projects, but it is still very possible to turn $1,000 into $5 or $10 or $15 or $20,000, which ain't too shabby. So second strategy is stay in the safer altcoins. So what's going to happen during these downturns, Bitcoin went down by, say, from 62 or so down to about 30. So it went down roughly 50, little over 50%. But some of the smaller caps, some of the micro caps, that, as I call them, have gone down by 90%. So I have some coins in my portfolio, one that I can think of that I paid 15 or 16 cents for that's probably down right now to about 1 or 2 cents. So that hurts a little bit. But I'm not too worried about it because I'm not selling it. I know it's going to come back. And so it's not that big of a deal. And then the third tip for not only surviving but really thriving through a bear market like this is to get into position where you can earn some interest on your crypto and actually have it accumulating more crypto for you. long term, I call it creating passive income, but short term, it's just creating more crypto for you. I really liked this saying, strength does not come from winning. Your struggles develop your strengths. When you go through hardships and decide not to surrender, that is strength, by Arnold Schwarzenegger. And so, folks, right now, you're going through the fire to come out on the other side of this, the person that you need to be able to enjoy the wealth. I really believe that if it was given to you too easily, it might not be as good for you as it is if you've gone through this struggle. So when I got into crypto, I went through 2.5 years of extremely bear market where I was losing money on almost everything that I invested. Not necessarily losing because I didn't sell. I followed my own rules. I didn't invest money that I couldn't afford to lose or that I needed for life, so I could hold on. And I've had several tokens over the last 6 months that were down 80, 90, 95, 99% in some cases, that over the last 6 months have came roaring back and made me 5, 10, 25 times what I invested in them. So folks, yeah, I was down 95%, but it was just on paper. Now I made 25 times my money on that investment. It was total time of about 3 years. Where can you go in the world and make 25 times your money in 3 years, especially in traditional markets? There might be some places where you can do it, but not as a normal, hardworking, blue-collar, everyday, working class type of a person. It's near impossible. So, folks, this crypto market is worth going through the bad times for. Anyway, I covered this platform a few days ago in one of my videos. I recommend, if you haven't seen that video, go back and I do a deeper dive. But this Nexo platform allows you to earn. You can see here, earn on crypto. What I recommend you do is you buy some of those top 25 projects and then pick out the ones that are here on this platform and allow you to do some staking that, or do some holding of it. This Nexo platform supports 20 tokens. Here we go. This is where I wanted to be. So as you can see here, we've got ETH, Ethereum, Tron, a bunch. Where's the ones that I wanted to really point out the most here? Why am I having so much trouble finding the ones that I wanted to talk about? Here we go. ADA. ADA just got listed. Cardano it is. It's a top tier project. It is slated to be worth much more than it is today, and you can buy it and you can stake it or hold it here on your Nexo platform and earn anywhere from 5 to 8% while you're waiting for it to go up. Like I explained in another video, if you're getting 5% interest, that doesn't sound that exciting. But if you're buying a $1 asset and getting 5% interest on it, and then over the next 2 years, that $1 asset turns into a $10 or $20 or $30 asset, well, at $10, your 5% is 50%. That $20, you actually made 100% interest while you were sitting there waiting for the market to really boom over the 2 years that you were holding the token. This you can also buy Polkadot here and many other tokens that you can earn 5 to 8% interest on. The other one that I would recommend that you take a look at is called Celsius. This Celsius network is another one where you can hold tokens and you can earn interest. And so Celsius and Nexo are two great places to hold your crypto during these slower times. Now, having said that, most of these tokens, I recommend you buy them on Coinbase, especially if you're American, if you're a U.S. citizen. It's very, very easy to buy them on Coinbase, and then you can transfer them to your Nexo account. But you can buy Polkadot on Coinbase. You can buy ADA or Cardano on Coinbase. You can buy Bitcoin, Ethereum. Almost all of the tokens, if not all of the tokens that are on Nexo, can be bought very simply through Coinbase. So that would be another thing. If you haven't done so already, you need a Coinbase account. So I will put a link in the description of this video. I will put a link where you can go join and get a Coinbase account if you don't already have one. By signing up through this link, you'll get $10 in Bitcoin, and I'll get $10 in Bitcoin. So I appreciate you using my referral link if you don't have a Coinbase account yet. But go get yourself a Coinbase account. Start investing in some of the top 25 projects. And then last but not least, get yourself some tokens in some platforms where they're earning you interest. And then what I want you to do in order to really create the freedom is to continue your education and then start diversifying into some of the smaller cap tokens, because some of these micro cap tokens are where you can get 25, 100, 1,000 times on your money. One of the ways that my friend and mentor Jonathan Kelly was able to turn that 9,500 into 2.2 million is he was turned on to a token called Ant Shares, which is now NEO, at around 20 cents. And it was 20 cents in about February of 2017. By January of 2018, it was $196. That's the kind of incredible gains that you can make, folks. You don't have to use a ton of money. $500 worth of NEO, when it was 20 cents, would have turned into $493,000, I believe it, if my memory serves me correctly. 500 to 493,000. What if it was only 500 into 5,000 or 500 into 25,000? How would that change your life? Folks, I really appreciate you hanging out with me today, and hopefully a few of these nuggets, hit home. And I look forward to sharing some more great content with you tomorrow. If you haven't already, please do me a favor and hit the old like button. Shoot me a comment. All of the comments definitely help the YouTube algorithm and will allow me to boost my subscriber base faster and help me get this content out to more people. And then definitely subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell and check all so that you are notified every time I put out a new video, which is going to be a lot. I'm going to be putting out another video for the next 10 days straight. And then we will probably be putting out 2, 3, 4 videos a week after that. So God bless you all. Have a great night. I look forward to seeing you next time.